Hello everybody, this is HD Shaves here. I'm back with a video. Hope this finds you well and in good spirits. Well, first off, I hope everybody's health is okay. It's been, boy, people are dropping like flies all around me. I'm still sort of fighting off something. It's not too serious, fortunately, but anyway, I just hope that everybody's health is okay going into this holiday we have next week here in the States, Thanksgiving, of course. So to get into the shave now, you may look at the title and the collection of gear and think, boy, that's sort of a strange combination of things. What does that have to do with anything? Well, they all have one thing in common, and that is a supporter of the channel, Frank. He is known for his fantastic little samples that he sends people. They're always labeled very nicely. And Frank is the kind provider of the soap for today, which is Irving Park from Chicago Grooming Company, formerly known as Oleo. So a few weeks ago, Brad Mager was talking about how much he enjoyed the Barbasol 1919 non-lathering cream, and I thought, you know, it would be nice to try something that has that sort of scent to it, but I wasn't willing to use something that you couldn't build a lather with. And Frank and maybe SpongeBob as well, they both suggested that I try Rive Gauche, which is a scent from YSL, and it's sort of in that barbershop vibe. I mean, the like shaving cream / American barbershop. It's a confusing scent genre in a sense, but people like Fine have used the Rive Gauche scent with American Blend. There was also a Spearhead tester that used that dupe, and that's what Irving Park is as well. This is Rive Gauche. So that brings us to the Balm today, which Barbasol just released, the 1919 Balm. So we'll talk about that when we get to it. So Frank was very kind to send me the soap for today. Also, he sent me this Personna Med Prep blade, which he says he really likes. And also, I've shown this razor already, but the head here, Wolfman WR2 0.95, Frank traded that to me. And so, yeah, this is just a sort of shout out to Frank, and definitely thankful for his communication and his support and contributions to this channel. So these Personna blades are kind of weird in that they can look the same from this blue packaging, but now that I'm opening it, I can see where it does look different than the other Personna blades I've tried. I've never used one of these Med Prep blades. They call it that because on the bottom there it says for hospital use. So Personna makes a lot of blades that they of course use in medical settings, whether they're the gem blades or these DE blades. And so some people really like these Med Prep blades. They do cost more for some reason than the other cheaper Personna DE blades. So we'll see. I'll be giving it a go for the first time today. We'll see how that treats me. The brush for today is going to be this Randy Watson B8 from Declaration Grooming. Just had it sitting in the water for a few minutes now. And I asked Frank what brush I should use. He suggested a couple Declaration Grooming batches, but I don't own those batches anymore. And so I said, you know, hey, would B8 be sufficient? And he said yes. So that's what we'll be using. Just going to get some warm water up on the face. Things are a little bit out of order here today. It's just one of those days, and I'm trying to embrace it and not be too worried about it, I guess. This is what the Irving Park soap looks like, by the way. And I almost forgot to mention that Vita of Chicago Grooming Company, she started her Black Friday sale early. So you can get the new Darkwing soap base, and you can get those tubs for it's either 20 or 30% off the retail price. These little sample jars are ½ ounces, which I think that's quite nice. And Yeah, I'll be sure to leave a link to Chicago Grooming site, and hopefully you can take advantage of that Black Friday discount if that interests you. I'll include a link also to Barbasol 1919 aftershave balm. You can buy that on the Maggard Razor site, or you can buy it from Barbasol, from their online store. But might make more sense to order from Maggard. So Darkweed is a very soft base, and the thing that I was kind of worried about happened, which is all of the soap has kind of been sucked up into the brush already. I think it's going to be enough soap, and let's just see. The worst thing that happens is, I don't know, I have to go and load in some more, but it is a little more tricky when you're dealing with a smush rather than a full tub. So let's just go in and see what happens here. I have had good experiences with the Darkwing base this week. I've been using this sample, of course, and yeah, the main thing I noticed is just that it is noticeably softer than the other soaps I've been using lately, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a thing. And yeah, this scent, I don't know what the official notes are, but it's just it's got that kind of musk that I associate with some of those classic old men's fragrances, whether they're in the barbershop realm or whether they're in something else. That's the musk is really what makes it for me in many of these kinds of scents. And I think I'll have to try a decant of the actual YSL fragrance at some point, just to give it a go. The lather's looking pretty wet. I'm just trying to make sure that it's fully worked through here. All right, I think we'll start with this and see where it takes us. The weather has totally flipped here in Chicago. It was like 10 days ago, it was maybe was sunny and 70 degrees, and today I think the high is 28, and it snowed a little, and it's not been very nice the past couple days. Fortunately, the snow isn't really sticking yet. It's just kind of gloomy, cold, and of course the wind is in full effect. Okay, good. Just make sure. So we'll go here on the first pass with the Wolfman WR2 0.95 as well as the Personna Med Prep. So we'll see how that treats us. Feels like a pretty good blade pairing. And we are, ooh, there it goes. We are working off 2 days growth as usual. And does anybody have any fun Thanksgiving plans? I think for the first time, maybe ever, I'm going to actually help cook some things this year, which is truly shocking. if you've known me for a few years, I didn't cook at all, really, last year, and then this year I can now cook maybe 5 things. Wow, soap is very slick. Just gliding right down pretty effortlessly. Okay, very nice first pass. Rinse and come back and talk to you over pass number 2 in just a second. Pass number 2 with Irving Park. All right, we're back, and we'll just do 2 passes today. I think the efficiency of this razor is gonna work at my favor today. So like I was saying, I think I'm gonna help cook a little bit. Not making the turkey or anything, but just some sides, green beans, something like that. And I think I mentioned that, no, I didn't, that I'll be going to the beautiful Sunshine State, which has been, man, I feel for my friends that live there. They've had a rough go with hurricane season this year. But, you know, I spent a few years in Florida during my childhood, and it's not a place I think I could go live now, but it is certainly nice to visit, especially in these winter months, or the colder months anyway. It's not fully winter here yet. So we'll be down there, and I'll make a video once I get back. My trip is sort of bookended with gigs, which is good and bad. I play one, next day I get on the plane, and then when we fly back, I have one the same day as when we return. So staying busy right up around this Thanksgiving holiday. So I'll have to make sure that my chops are still intact after the turkey dinner. Looks like I got myself right here, but that's a spot I've been dealing with a couple days. All right, so 2 passes, really easy. You know, that's the benefit of these modern, more efficient razors, in my opinion, is if like today you don't feel like doing 2 passes, it'll still get you pretty close. I think you can't get close with like a vintage check or something, but it just requires a little bit more effort, which I don't necessarily have right at this moment. So I'm going to do my rinse, and then I'll come back and talk to you over post-shave. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back, and let's talk about Barbasol 1919. So I'll let you look at the ingredients, which are right here. Hopefully you can see that. Feel free to pause if you want to check them out. I checked with a friend, and he said that basically, you know, this is 3 ounces of product, and you can get it for $7. So it's a cheap balm, and he thought that for the price it had decent ingredients. You know, it's a lot of chemicals and nothing super organic or natural about it, but it's got a nice scent. It's It's definitely a little sweeter, and a little more sweeter than Irving Park. But these work together very nicely. So whoever like initially put that idea in my mind, I think it was Frank, that I should try Reef Gauche instead of getting actual Barbasol cream. This pairing works pretty well. So Barbasol, you think they're a big company, but I think it's actually a little bit of a smaller operation these days. They're based in Dublin, Ohio, which I believe is a suburb of Columbus. So whatever that's worth, it smells good, and I'll report back next time in terms of how it actually performs, but absorbed pretty quickly and didn't use too much product. So so far so good. Right, let's do a final quick rundown. Irving Park from Chicago Grooming Company in the Darkwing base. I didn't quite put enough soap into the bowl, and that's just because I haven't, I'm a little out of practice with badgers, but still had a nice shave, and was no fault of the soap or anything like that. Again, I'll include a link to Chicago Grooming Company's website. Take advantage of those Black Friday deals if they interest you. We used the Wolfman WR2 0.95. This is the WRH3 handle, forgot to mention that, with the Personna Med Prep blade. That went very well. The Randy Watson B8 from Decoration Grooming, always nice to bring that one out. And finally, Barbasol 1919 Aftershave Balm. I love the Barbasol brand, and the packaging on this I think is quite cool. Obviously has the sort of vintage theme to it. So if you made it this far, as always, thank you very much. I wish everybody who's celebrating Thanksgiving a very happy, safe, healthy holiday. And like I said, I'll make a video when I return home, and I look forward to catching up with everybody then. So feel free to leave a comment, questions down below as always. But for now, this has been HD Shaves. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.